So, welcome to the Seat Leon Estate. Now, this one is the FR. It's got a 1.5 litre petrol engine, and Seat describe it as the stylish one. So we're going to take a look and see inside and see if actually it lives up to its name. So inside, and yes, it is fairly stylish. You get this nice flat-bottomed leather-clad steering wheel with the FR logo on it. The top is decent material. You don't have to go too far down though to get some scratchy materials. So you've got your large touch screen here. It's all literally touch screen there. There are no sort of physical buttons for anything, which is not necessarily to my liking. I think it takes an awful lot to get used to the system. So onto the steering wheel, and you've got your cruise control and your speed limiter on this side, which is fairly easy and standard to use. This side you've got voice control, which does work. There are certain things that you can do without having to take your eyes off to touch the touch screen, but you do have to be quite specific with what you're asking. And there's also a digital display in front of you, which you can see all your sat nav and your phone calls and everything else. It just mirrors what you've got on your touch screen. This is also a heated steering wheel, which comes in very nice in the winter months. Moving further down here, we've got this lovely little short shift gear change. It's a 7-speed gearbox and it works really well. You know, it's very, very easy to use. There's wireless charging and there's 2 USB-C chargers here. There's a couple of cup holders here and a reasonable size cubby under there, and it's got a 12 volt as well. Once on in the back, now you can see that I've got loads and loads of leg room here and a really decent size amount of headroom too. There's even lots of feet room, so anybody sitting in back here is going to be fairly comfortable. So you've got some rear heating controls here for your rear passengers, and again there's 2 USB-C ports for charging your devices. Now the transmission tunnel is quite high, and I think that, you know, whoever sits in the middle seat is going to be a little squashed. I think 3 abreast will be quite a tight fit. Now it does have a central armrest which you can pull down, has a couple of cup holders, and there's also a ski hatch which you can put through to carry longer loads. Now obviously the key thing about an estate is the size of the boot. And actually this is not too bad. It's 620 litres in with the seats in place. It's a nice flat load, very square, very little load lip, so it's quite easy to load stuff in. Now to drop the seats down, you just have this lever here and they just flop down to give you a really nice big flat load bay. This has an electric tow bar, which you operate from a little button in here. That's a £700 option, and it just will pop out and then just click it into place there. Seat have now stopped offering a diesel variant of the Seat Leon Estate. Instead, there's a selection of petrol, mild hybrid and plug-in hybrid options to choose from. We're testing the 1.5e TSI mild hybrid, which has 150 PS and a DSG gearbox. It's also in the FR trim. Settling into the comfortable, supportive seats and finding your perfect driving position is really easy, thanks to the good range of steering wheel and seating adjustments. You'll also find there's decent lumbar support too. And on the road, you'll find the Leon Estate surprisingly sprightly. The 1.5 litre petrol engine is willing and easily keeps pace with the flowing traffic. This FR edition gets a slightly stiffer suspension, which does cause you to feel a few more of the road imperfections, but it's not that it becomes uncomfortable. In fact, on the motorway and smoother surfaces, the Seat Leon Estate is a great cruiser. There's little road or tyre noise intrusion, and the engine is quiet too. The Leon Estate has light and precise steering. The handling can be described as safe rather than fun, but it's agile enough and there's plenty of grip on offer too. Round town, that light steering and its great turning circle will really help when manoeuvring through those inevitable tight spots. So for this test, we were hitched to a Bailey Discovery D4 4-berth. And for the Seat Leon estate, it was the perfect towing partnership. Acceleration was great and the ride was both stable and comfortable. At motorway speeds, there was little movement in the Caravan, and even in crosswinds, it maintained its composure. The smooth 7-speed DSG gearbox works really well and is so responsive. It's so well suited to the peppy 1.5 ETSI engine, and it has more than enough pulling power. Even on the inclines, it hauls the Caravan without running out of any kind of puff. And mid-range acceleration is great, so no overtaking dramas, just a relaxed, comfortable towing experience. So does the Seat Leon Estate FR make a good family tow car? Well, yes it does. As a solo car, it drives really nicely with a willing engine and good handling. And as a tow car, it's confident, stable and comfortable. And although it might look sportier than it actually drives, the Seat Leon does offer great practicality. A large, easy to load boot and plenty of passenger space too. Well built and robust enough to withstand family life, it's definitely worth shortlisting.